Hello everyone, my name is Brian and welcome to this live Smite commentary. And this commentary actually has a topic, and the topic is going to be, maybe you can guess it by the skin, it's going to be sports. I wanted to talk a bit about sport I'm playing and things I have with it. And I was wondering what kind of sport you guys were playing. And what better way to introduce this topic than playing a dude with a sport outfit and a baseball bat and a baseball at level 5 at least. Anyway, I play sports about 3 to 4 times a week, depending on the week and how I feel like, because sometimes it just gets a bit too much. But I'm playing badminton, and first of all I want to get rid of something. There is a stigma around badminton that it's very slow paced, easy. It's something you play at camping with on the grass, with just out in the open, just hitting the shuttle a bit to both sides. So nothing really interesting about it. But that's absolutely not right, and the proper game you can't actually play without being inside. I need to be careful at this point. I do have my ultimate, and we were able to pick up 2 of them. I was able to pick up the Aphrodite and hitting the Kumba as well, so that really worked out great. I'm going to get Winged Blade first, because it provides some good amount of health and some cooldown reduction, which will definitely help me against being slow and all. But that was, as I was saying, you can't play badminton outside, not properly at least. And again, I have Aphrodite, and she is dead. Nice. Okay, but since every slightest bit of wind will cause the shuttle to fly every way you don't want it to fly, and that's just terrible. You don't want it. You can't really play precisely when it's when there's wind or anything. Even when you're inside a building playing it, then still, if there's like air conditioning a bit on top of the roof, on the ceiling, and it will blow in the gym or whatever it's called. I don't think it's a gym, but whatever. Then you can still have some issues with it. Nice. Okay, I wanted to push the enemy. That missed. Okay, I wanted to push the Kumkana, but he ulted as I wanted to use it. But my ult will be enough. Or not. Nice Afro ult. Dang. Unfortunately, she was able to hit 3 hits. I'm just heading back to base, I have no mana. But so the shuttle will be interrupted by almost everything. It's just quite annoying, and it's also very fast paced. People don't really know it, but if you look at, for instance, professional badminton games, it's just insane how fast those games can be and how speedy you need to be. It's also a sport that needs to be very precise. It's very tactical, but also the technique you have and your endurance must be very, very good to properly play it. And it's a sport I've been playing for a long time. I've been on it for 14 years right now, and since I'm only 21, that's just a huge part of my life, and I really enjoy it a lot. So definitely something I don't like about it being portrayed as a slow pace, as not even a good sport. A lot of people laugh about it, so that's something unfortunate. As you can see, I'm pushing away the enemy Medusa because she landed her ultimate on someone. I wanted to prevent them from continue to engage. I will be going for some cooldown reduction. This game I'll probably go for... I think I feel like getting breastplate. They do a lot of damage, especially Amaterasu with her ultimate. It's just insane how much damage she can do. And I don't feel like paying too much attention to my positioning. And when you go more power build, you definitely need to take very good care of your positioning. As I said, I play 3 to 4 times a week. I have 3 regular evenings where I have, well, it's not really training, but when I am free to play at my clubs. I have 2 clubs where I play at. Don't actually think it's called a club, but I don't care. And, well, I also have competition. And again I miss. I'm playing really terrible. It's because I'm thinking about talking and playing at the same time. It can be very difficult sometimes. But I'll just have to deal with it. I really want to get this going. I might be getting Frostbound Hammer actually. But as I was saying, playing competition. Actually at both my both the places I sport, I have a competition. And one has ended already and one will be done end of February. Well, the start of February, so that's also over soon. But it's really tough sometimes. We really have had a bad season this time. And that's just because some bad luck. We just did a roulette on who was having a bad day, and almost every game we lost with 5-2 in sets. So that's rather really unfortunate. And also in where I live, football or soccer is the main sport that is being played. And a lot of sports don't really get the attention they deserve. For instance, the badminton or any other different sport, other than tennis or maybe ice skating. It's very popular here. Doesn't really get a lot of attention. You can see, I tried to pull. I didn't want to get stunned, so I figured I could use my ultimate for the crowd control immunity. Wow, he's tanky. I figured I would do more damage, but that's unfortunate. Let's head back. I need some magical defense. Also, I have no power, so that's maybe the reason I don't do as much damage as I expected. I'm going to get Pestilence just to get rid of some of the healing from the enemy Aphrodite. It's just very strong to have an Aphrodite on your team, especially more in the late game. One good thing about the Winged Blade is the fact that I have more movement speed, and that way I was able to chase down the enemy Medusa. It's really nice. You can see a lot of damage coming out. Without a lot of magical protection, the Freya will just do an insane amount of burst damage on me. As you can see, ultimate being enough. Sweet. Also did some damage on the others. At one other person, I'm not sure who got hit by it, but did about 400 damage, so I guess it's squishy. So not Amaterasu. You can see the ultimate coming out from Amaterasu, really strong. And it was enough to finish him off, so it is actually going pretty well. I do miss a few of my plugs, but I guess that makes sense. You can see a lot of throwing around with the Medusa, but since the damage dealers of our team aren't around, you can't really seem to secure a kill on anyone. That's unfortunate. It got stopped a bit later than I expected. But yeah. So what sport are you guys playing? Are you playing a sport inside, outside? Are you playing darts or a thinking sport? They say it's a sport, for instance, the checkers. It It is counted as a sport, I think. You can see a lot of damage coming out, and I don't really have to be too careful, although the Freya does still hurt. The reason I use my wand to push the Freya instead of just using it to get away is because Freya's entire oh, maybe we can get it through? Oh no, dang it. That's unfortunate. But Freya's full damage potential comes from her activated abilities, and if those abilities are partially prevented by a stun and a push, then she can do less damage and I can still run away quite easily. Especially if she doesn't have any cooldown reductions, and she does not have any. So yeah, that's alright. Okay, they surrendered. They weren't even down that much, although in kills they were a lot. And they probably didn't want to deal with the Capri Hercules combo. It was working out pretty good, pretty well overall. Even though I missed some of my 2-1 combinations, still very nice. As you can see, a lot of damage coming out of Xbalanque and Zeus, which is expected. Unfortunately enough for the Xbalanque, he didn't get a lot of kills. He got 11 assists most of the game, while he has the most use of kills since his passive gives the physical power. But well, you can't really help it. I have that problem with Xbalanque a lot as well. And well, I was quite tanky. I did take a good amount of damage, and that's what Hercules is good at with his third ability, is healing. And some damage mitigated because I was quite tanky. As I said, I wanted to play a bit more tanky because I didn't want to pay attention to my positioning as much, since I'm also talking to you guys. But badminton, well, I love it a lot. It's very energetic. It also requires some strategy and some skill in how to hit the shuttle and what positioning and all. And I just really enjoy it a lot. I think it's a really fast-paced game, especially if you have the singles. Singles is 1-on-1. You also have the doubles, the 2-on-2, which can be two males against two males, or a male and a female against a male and a female, and of course two females against two females. Although both are my clubs I play at, I still don't know what's it called. It's not clubs, I'm sure it's not. But anyway, the those both of those federation, I don't know, but they have a lack of female players a lot. It's unfortunate, but we still have a few. That's why we have a mixed team with two women and 2 men, and we also have a competition team with a full man team, and they're with about 7 because they get injured a lot and they switch around who's playing, and it's such a nonsense sometimes. Anyway, I was just wondering what is your sport? Leave them in the comments below if you want to chat about it or whatever. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.